This is Paul Eppen, a realtor here at List Birmingham. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a guy who grew up on the south side of Chicago, and then I spent about 35 years in the corporate world as chief marketing officer for billion-dollar national companies. After that, I bought an ad agency, which my wife and I ran successfully for 7 years, and about 2 years ago we sold it. And my daughter ended up here. She's a nurse at UAB in the trauma center, and we wanted to be closer to our family, so we moved to Birmingham. Oh, what do I do for fun? I do lots of stuff. I'm very interested in fitness, so I work out almost every day. I love golf. I love music. I listen to a lot of music. I'm trying to school our current youngest member of our staff in classic rock and roll. And I love the outdoors, so I like to hike, I like to fish, things like that.
What's your favorite part about Birmingham?
I think my favorite part about Birmingham is sort of a combination of its size, its culture, and its people. So it's easy to get around. There's a lot of really cool neighborhoods here, so it's a real city. It's been around for a while. It isn't one of these manufactured cities. And I think I've lived in 15 different cities in the United States, and this is the nicest place I've ever lived.
Do you have a favorite place to eat locally?
Absolutely. I love Rougarou. Rougarou is over in Highland Park, sort of where Forest Park meets, right next to the golf course, and it's a little authentic Cajun place where you can get po' boys. So it would be the antithesis of the Olive Garden. It's real, it's local, and it's awesome.
Why did you become a realtor?
That's a really good question. So as I mentioned a little bit earlier, I was in corporate America for a while, and then just out of sheer stupid luck, we sold our ad agency about 6 months before the pandemic. And I think my wife got tired of having me around the house, so she told me I had to go do something. And my twin brother's a realtor, and he enjoyed it. And I like working with people. I love houses and decorating and things like that. So I thought it'd be a good fit. And so I've been doing it for a while, and I'm really enjoying it.
Why did you come to List Birmingham?
You know, it's interesting. As I mentioned, as a chief marketing officer, and the thing that we did was analytics, and we used analytics to optimize our marketing efforts. And so I sort of took that learning and I applied it to looking for different real estate companies. So I looked at a bunch of them. I think, there's probably 40, 50 real estate companies here in Birmingham. And after sort of narrowing it down, it came down to sort of who was large enough to give me the opportunity that I was looking for, but also small enough so that it could be intimate and I could learn. And then also List has an incredible reputation. Both Melvin and Brent are very well known, very well respected in the real estate community. And I thought, if you want to be the best, you should learn from the best. So I came here.
What do you like about being an agent?
I think what I like best is dealing with people. So I'm 58, so most of my clients are younger than me, and it gives you the opportunity to sort of help them, to educate them to what's important, and really optimize their home search process. It can be scary for people who don't know what's going on, and it gives you sort of the opportunity, I think, to help people really have the best experience possible in finding, a lot of times, their first dream home.
Do you have a favorite client experience?
I do. So we had a client who was a first-time home buyer, and he bought a very nice house, but he was very, very nervous just about everything during the way, trying to make sure that somehow he wasn't being taken advantage of by either the process or the seller or any of that kind of stuff, and just sort of holding their collective hands, both with him and his wife, through the process, and then seeing them and their daughters move into this new house and seeing how happy they were with their first dream home was a really rewarding experience for me.
Why should someone use you to sell a home?
I think the reason people should use me are threefold. One, I really like being nice, and at this point in my life, I'm more interested in helping people than I am about doing a transaction. So I'm really in it for the relationship. So you have to be nice, you have to be honest, and you have to be proactive. And so I think I bring more to the party than a lot of other agents who are just looking to book a house, sell a house, and then move on. I typically look into people's motivations and what they're hoping to get out of the house, not just today, but 6 months from now, 3 years from now, 7 years from now. And then I also look at it from a real estate investment standpoint. Is this going to be a good investment for you? So not only did you get a good deal today, but is it going to be a good investment for you? And hopefully you'll come back and you'll sell it with me in 5 to 7 years. And I want that to be a good experience for you as well. So I think I bring more analytics and a little bit more hustle to the effort than a lot of other agents.
What do you enjoy about List Birmingham?
Well, I like the culture. The things that I spoke about earlier is you have to be nice, you have to be helpful, and you have to be honest. If you're not those three things, you're not going to work here at List Birmingham. You're not going to represent the company within the community. And those things really work well. More than 70% of the business that comes from List Birmingham comes from referrals. If you think about it, that's a lot. List Birmingham has had over 1,700 transactions worth more than $500 million, and more than 70% of that has come from referrals. And that's because people are happy with the service they get here. It's a full service organization. And even though I think everybody tries to bring a lot to their engagements and to their clients, on the sales side, we charge a flat fee, which makes us unique. We're only $2,900 to sell a house. And that's very different from most of the traditional brokers who are still charging 2.5% or 3%. So on average, we save our clients almost $8,000 by using us, but we still bring a tremendous amount of care and service to that engagement.
What excites you about real estate?
Real estate's always changing, and because of that, I think you have to stay on top of the trends and really understand where they're going in order to be effective. So if we're going to do the best jobs for our clients, we have to not only, I think, be good with dealing with people, which I very much enjoy, but you also have to be good at analytics. And sort of the intersection of those two things is what makes me excited about real estate.